got approval from the city to close off the school road, a mile-long stretch, set up, measure up a quarter mile. Zach ran his Tesla against my 71 Challenger. He got 130 miles an hour on there, 20 mile an hour speed zone. That's where they did the video. Well, I beat Zachary because his Tesla Roadster goes 12.6, 12.7
Yep.
and a quarter. So then he said, I want to build an electric drag car.
Probably going to pull about 800,000 watts for 2 seconds or so, and then after the motors kind of get up to speed, the amperage starts to drop because the motors start to push back. They don't really want much power after they start to get up to speed. We've got a 3-speed transmission. We start off in first. It's 1-to-1 to the back. We're running a 325 rear end for anybody out there who's doing any drag racing. And we've got 2 gear vendors that are at 0.78 each, so you can multiply that out. 0.78 times 3.25 gives you your first shift point, and then 0.78 times 0.78 times 3.25 gives you your second shift point. We don't expect to run over 2,500 RPM today. We might have a standard 9-inch Ford rear end, like I said, 325 ratio, running 30-inch slicks, Goodyears. The motors are built by George Hamstra of Netgain. He's out of Chicago. Works with Warfield. They're a famous motor company. The battery pack is built by John Metrick, who's president of NEDRA, National Electric Drag Race Association. He's out of Houston, Texas. His company's called Lone Star. This is one of 3 of the biggest packs in the United States. One was just recently run by Don Garlitz, a very similar pack built by Derek Barger. We used to work with him too. Don Garlitz is trying to achieve a 200-mile-an-hour mark in the quarter mile with an electric dragster. He got close. Didn't he get up over 180 recently? At 82 years old, he's doing pretty good, I think. His team is a lot of people we know. Test this thing without blowing it up again. We generally blow it up. Today we're trying not to. We got the motor burned in really well. Both motors burned in really well. The idea is to get the brushes seated really well. They're DC motors, so they've got brushes on all sides. There's 8 brushes on each motor. They come in from the sides. It's like fire or something. You can reach in and pull that and disconnect the high voltage completely from the rest of the car. Past that switch, these cables go directly up to a big dimmer. This is just like a big dimmer switch on your wall. It turns up and down the speed of the motor. The throttle inside is actually just kind of like a volume control in your stereo. It basically turns up the motor or turns it down. And if you looked in there, it's just a little shaft that turns with a little potentiometer that changes the voltage. That's